fashion from the Mardu player. Love it.
Well, it seems like we have a pretty strong start for Jesse here. So let's see what Derek can do to try and reel this back in from the turn 0 ley line.
So we've Derek's gonna go hunting for all of his potential permanent interaction. Lots of options for Dredge. I mean, Nature's Claim, Assassin's Trophy, all kinds of things that he could have potentially available to him. But he's
actually, I think if I'm not mistaken, he might already have a Nature's Claim. Right there.
Yes, he does. He's got a Nature's
that?
Claim. He just does not have a green source to cast it with. He has a Dankmore Salvage and a Mountain, and those do not make green mana.
Sure don't.
So he's on the precipice, but thus why he cast a Faithless Looting into a Leyline of the Void, because he just needs to get to that green to be able to start putting his board state together. But Jesse is getting right to the point. He's going to fetch Shock so he can act on end step. And I love Mardu Pyromancer. It's the exact kind of deck I love. Trying to like extract kind of crazy amount of value out of your cards, doing novel things that are interesting effects but not abusive, I guess would be the right way to put it.
Oh boy, and we got an Inquisition to probably take away that Nature's Claim here.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
This is true.
Okay, send that right to exile, no doubter. He's taking a long to think about it, but I mean, nothing else in this hand is a threat to him at all. Life from the Loam, Blood Gas.
Okay, I was wondering if maybe he might be considering trying to extract more value out of his disruption by maybe taking one of the creatures and leaving the claim for brutality on the next turn, perhaps? Could have been a line.
I think you're leaving your opponent live to top deck a green source and take out your game-winning enchantment that you windmill slammed on as a pregame action. It does not feel like the right call. That's going to be a little too greedy.
That's fair. So I guess it just depends on how lucky you feel. But
you see his hand. He has one card that can beat you, and you can get rid of it.
I'm not saying I would have done it personally.
Scott's feeling a little attacked right now. But Jesse's on curve, and there's your collective brutality you were just talking about. So
and we're escalating.
I think he had an extra Bedlam Reveler in his hand, so decided to pitch that so he can just drain and duress.
Oh, and we're gonna probably get the Cathartic here.
I mean, it's the only real option here. Life and Loam isn't actually a card that Derek can use at the moment. Cathartic Reunion is actually quite useful to him because he can pitch his useless cards and continue to dig for an answer, but Jesse's on top of it. So pass the turn, because why not at this point?
So we got a Bloodstained Mire, so we can find our green source, probably off the back of the Stomping Ground, I imagine. No, I don't know about that.
Hardcast Imp.
Stinkweed Imp seems a little aggressive.
Yes, Hardcast Imp beats not necessarily thinking that. Hardcast Bloodghast, I guess. Do that.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I spaced out. I was still in the land where we had a Nature's Claim for some reason. I was stuck with my brutality line for...
Well, he's still got a Stomping Ground because he obviously is...
He needs the green.
He's bringing a top deck Jesus to get another interaction with that Leyline of the Void, no doubt. So might as well be ready for what you hope and dream will be there. But he's now got the mana available to kind of do what he wants.
Yeah,
with his available resources. But yeah, Stinkweed Imp beats it is.
I mean, it beats any creature that he could cast. It does have... It's like pseudo Death Touch, isn't it? It's not actually Death Touch. It's like destroys it.
It's wordy Death Touch, yeah. But there is a Faithless Looting, which at this point I think Jesse is trying to load himself up for options to get out his Bedlam Reveler. He's also got a Bolt in hand so that he can interact with said Stinkweed Imp in a profitable fashion and not block his eventual threats.
Yeah, it was in fact wordy Death Touch. It's a Death Touch that generates a trigger. So whenever it deals combat damage to a creature, destroy it. Not entirely different. In fact, I can't think of anything terribly exciting that would make it different. just slightly slower than Death Touch.
So Jesse has elected to pitch his land drop, which I find curious because right now he does not have 2 red to actually cast that Bedlam Reveler with.
Yeah, I'll say the disruption in his hand is quite strong, but I think you just want to land something that's going to start killing your opponent at this point.
I mean,
It's not like they're going to be doing much else right now, anyways. Because he can't even cast that.
Oh, he doesn't have double black to cast Bloodghast.
Yeah.
Yeah, he only has 1 black source.
Yep.
Because it's not. I guess he's not running any underground tombs, so it wasn't really much mana fixing he can do for that. So here we are with Thoughtseize. So Prized Amalgam, which is almost uncastable, I think, for Dredge out of the hand.
I think it's actually just stone uncastable.
Bloodghast, potentially castable. Life of Limb useless, but he's going to take the...
Okay. Okay. I can't think of any... Like, they don't play Mana Confluence or anything anymore, do they?
I guess some of them do play City of Brass.
Okay.
I've seen that. So that might be his one way of being able to cast it. So that's why I say pseudo uncastable, because he does have unfetchable lands he could potentially get to.
Oh.
So he's going upstairs with the bolt.
All right.
So confidence from Jesse. But he's okay, so
there we go.
Now we're all kinds of being able to cast his spells.
So I'm pretty sure here we just go right for the Bedlam Reveler. Because what was his other card?
Whatever it is, I'm not.
It's probably not as good as Bedlam Reveler.
Not sure it's good as casting Bedlam Reveler and refilling his hand with 3 entirely different cards.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like a Faithless Looting.
Yeah, I think we just go jam that Reveler in there.
No, it was another Reveler. That was another Reveler. He drew a second one. So there we go. So now it's Thoughtseize.
Brutality and Terminate.
Okay. That's good. I think that's good. I think he's got it now.
Pretty sure we're going to make some pretty good progress with Mardu here.
Bloodghast can finally come make an appearance, it looks like, but
well,
not going to help on the blocks, because now Jesse, all he needs to do is cast Collective Brutality, escalate it, and he'll start coming in for 4, and then that's basically it. Bloodghast can't do no blocking.
Yeah, I don't think there's actually a whole lot more we can see from the Dredge player right now that's going to make much of a difference for this board state.
Like, even a Nature's Claim right now,
I think it's just too late.
It's too late. It's not going to do anything. Derek's going for a... I don't know if they run swamps. It's going for a Blood Crypt. Admittedly, I don't know much about the mana base sometimes of Dredge. I know it uses some Copperline Gorges and Stomping Grounds. I'm not sure how much in the way of basics for it runs. Obviously, we see one mountain here. So we got a land that's just perfect to escalate with, because he really doesn't need a 4th land, does he?
What you could do here, actually, I don't even know if you need to escalate. You could just cast the Brutality, kill the Stinkweed Den, and maybe Thoughtseize, get 2 spells in for the Prowess trigger on the Reveler, because the Bloodghast can't block.
Yeah, you're not really worried about the Life in the Room that he has in his hand. So there's only 1 unknown card, so you might as well just Thoughtseize it.
Sure.
Because then you get it whatever it is.
Unless, actually, what he could do is cast the Brutality, pitch the Thoughtseize, and terminate the imp instead. But looks like we're just going to kill the imp with that. And okay, we're going to go with the original line.
There it is.
Oh, no. He did.
He's just going to do it all. He's going to terminate the Bloodghast. He's going to get all the triggers.
Yeah, sure.
Put him at 2.
I don't think...
Top deck land. That's
yep,
the ball game.